He's on felony probation for false statement obtaining credit in Louisiana. I mean, really.
I had no idea about the case in Louisiana, sir. I had just went to the Army base in Killeen. I was working for Bobtail Crane, and when they escorted us into the military base, nothing popped up about a charge or anything else like that. I had no clue about this. If I would have known about this, I could have easily took care of this whatsoever.
But the problem is that stuff keeps happening. When do we say when?
Sir, like I said in the case for the DWI, I was not drunk. I was on my way to work.
Really, now's not the time to fight those cases. My only point is that it just, stuff keeps happening.
Yes, sir.
State's asking for a bond. In addition to the federal probation right now, we're also seeing.
He's on federal probation too?
I'm sorry, I thought you said federal, but the 3-year probation that he was on right now from the 185th out of 2022. He also had a deferred revoked in 2010 from Montgomery County that resulted in 10 months of TDC. He also had another TDC trip for tampering with government record in 2008. He had an evading of a motor vehicle, which is a state jail felony that was reduced to a lesser evading for the 351st in 2007. He's also had a couple theft arrests that resulted in dismissals. He's also on a DWI second here in.
How many pen trips you got? 2?
Sir,
How many times you been to the pen?
it was just one time, sir. It was just one
You're saying
time.
how many times you've been to the penitentiary, Amy?
I'm seeing at least 2 here for TDC.
No,
One in 2008 and another in 2008 from Montgomery.
no. It was only one time.
Here's the thing. If you have 2 pen trips, you're what's labeled a true habitual. Anytime you pick up a serious felony, you're looking at 25 to life. So when you're out there in the free world, you have to be extra special good, because if not, you could be looking at a minimum of 25 years to life.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm just giving you facts.
Judge, if I could argue for my client a little bit, he does have criminal history. The issue here is he's got this DWI. He's made bond on that. He's got a bond there. He is on deferred as well in the 185th. I don't show a court date there. I don't see anything happening there as of yet. The only thing he's here in front of you right now is for issuing a worthless check out of Louisiana. This is something that could easily be taken care of possibly by paying something even from here. If not, he is willing to go to Caddo Parish and avail himself to that parish and figure that out. It's not a serious case, Judge. He does have history. He was, from what he tells me, he was unaware that this popped up. I don't know when this actual case was issued, when it was presented, when it was filed.
Is this a new case? Is this an old case?
It was issued October 31st. The offense date was September 14th.
Of this year? October 31st of this year?
The warrant was issued
I'm
this
sorry,
year.
24?
Yes, the warrant was issued this year. The offense date was September of last year.
October 31st of this year.
They issued the warrant on October of 24, but the actual alleged offense date is
September of last year.
of 23. Okay.
So less than a month, Judge. He's been in Texas.
My problem and my concern are 2 things, though, Mr. Peters. Number 1, are you a danger to the community? Number 2 is you've got a lot of theft cases, and theft cases where other people are involved. So if I set you a bond, is it someone else's money that's going to pay for you to get out? You know, you've got a false statement to obtain credit. You've got a bunch of theft cases. Now you've got another theft case out of Louisiana. So is it someone else's money that's paying for you to get out? And then when we get you out, are you still a danger to the community? You know what I mean? Perception is reality, Mr. Peters, and your record speaks for itself.
Can I say something, Mr. Fisher?
Just don't talk about the
No,
cases.
I'm not talking about the cases. We all have a past. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Fisher? Some of us been called, some of us haven't been called. But at the end of the day, I have changed my life and turned myself around. Since all of those things that you have talked about, I have been driving trucks. I have been doing right by the community. I have custody of my 11-year-old son, that I am being an example of what a man should be. I have done everything that I'm supposed to do, Mr. Fisher. I'm not out here causing chaos and controversy about anything out here in society. I speak at the local church.
DWI 2 days ago, a second DWI, you're on the felony deferred and now you've got a fugitive case.
Mr. Fisher, that was, again, I was not under the influence. I had just got out for work at Bobtail Crane. That's when that transpired. I told the officer that I did not have anything to do with the drink. He said, because your eyes are red. That does not solidify me as being drunk. I was tired. I just worked 16 hours.
Don't talk about specifics.
Yeah,
Okay.
How much is the value of the check?
It was like 511. It's under 1,000.
Judge, he hasn't made a mistake in your court. We're just asking.
But my concern, Ricardo, is where is he going to get the money to pony it up?
Well, Judge, I know you're speculating that it could be the public's money, but it could also be his money. I mean, he's been working for 5 years. He's got a CDL. He worked at Superstar Logistics for 5 years before working for Bobcat Crane. So he's been gainfully employed. It could easily be his money. I mean, there's nothing to say that it's the public's money or anything like that. He's got a history.
This is where things get awkward fast. The judge asks a simple question. How many times have you been to prison? The defendant says 1. But the record says otherwise. Suddenly, it turns into a quiet tug of war between what he claims and what's on paper. And that's when the judge...
But he's got no history with you. And so that being the case, I would ask that he be allowed to make this right. If he messes up at that point, I got nothing to say. But at this point, he hasn't messed up in your court.
Opposed to a bond? What if we set a high bond? You know, I mean, it's going to be a couple thousand. You know, it's going to be 5 to 10,000.
I couldn't stop you, Judge, but our position is no bond.
You know, the problem is that you're an inherent flight risk. So if I set you a bond, you're going to have to pony up all that kind of money to get out. This is no 10% deal. You're a fugitive case, man. So when we set you a bond, you have to post it in its entirety. No 10%, no 20%. Just because of everything that you have open, you are an inherent flight risk. So you got to be aware of that. So if I do set you a bond, it's going to be at least, you know, 5,000, 7,500.
There's no way possible that I can, if it's 100% of that bond, there's no way possible that I can do that, man. I'm trying everything in my power. Got a good job and everything else like that. I understand. But this is just
not all bad news, because you're not wanted out of like Wyoming, Montana, Alaska, Louisiana. We have so many people here from Louisiana. We have buses coming about twice a week to pick up people to take them back and to bring them to from Louisiana. We really have, it's incredible the amount of people we have. So around 2 times a week, we have people shuffling in and out of Louisiana.
Print. This isn't a normal case. No 10%, no payment plan. He has to pay the full amount up front. And when he hears that number, you can feel the panic set in. His whole plan to walk out. Yeah. Not looking so possible anymore.